Got it.
All right. Having said all that, Dawkins is the only one without a ring.
He got one. Chill. When we won,
Nah,
he won. When he won, we won because he was with us. He was in our.
And I'm a Dawkins fan. I'm just saying that to say
on our offices
just to create some balance, I guess. But if I'm being unbiased, I'm probably gonna start Dawkins too. That's not being unbiased. That is
I was about to say,
very biased, actually.
We all probably want some
we all
biased
gonna
motherfuckers up here.
Man, I mean, because I'm from Baltimore, there's safe Bobo.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I guess these are like some situations where you want to ask somebody else that kind of question. But
Shit.
I would put it in the same order you did, and I think we all got it in the same order. It's pretty much Dawkins, Ed Reed, then polamalu.
It's the hair for me.
We all loved Ed Reed, but we all loved Dawkins.
I love polamalu too.
And let's just
he was fucking tough.
And I love
I didn't love it because I hated the Steelers, but he was tough.
Can we all agree that had any one of these guys played for the Eagles instead,
they would have all been in the number one slot?
No.
I think so.
It's the hair for me.
So.
That nigga fucking hair stick out too much. That's bad. That's not a good thing for me.
If he was an Eagle, bro.
I don't like.
What about Ed Reed? What about Ed Reed?
We ain't never had a nigga.
What about Ed Reed then?
We ain't never had a nigga whose hair sticking out like this.
What about Ed Reed though?
Ed Reed was the guy.
So you saying
we had Riley Cooper. With all that hair and shit.
And then he's a goddamn racist. nigga. Sorry, but that's what he said. He said nigga at a concert full of white people.
Right. And then he got a new contract.
Yeah.
Then he got a new contract.
Yeah, he got paid after that.
Then Chip Kelly gave him the contract?
Yeah, Chip Kelly gave it to him.
Of course.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly, goofy ass.
But I'm just saying it's the hair for me, like the females say. I don't like his hair.
So you would have started if Ed Reed would have played for the Eagles, you would have started Ed Reed.
Oh, that's my guy. No. I love Dawkins. Like
we all do.
And it wasn't just because he played for the Eagles. I love that Weapon X shit. Like his whole persona.
That's a whole new person.
His persona is like, if I was a football player, I would have that same action.
Yo, they say he ain't nothing like that in real life.
They
said that's the character. That's a whole nother.
This dude
they said he calm, humble,
godly,
kind of quiet, like that.
And I promise you that would be my persona. Because outside of, stuff like this, I'm really a chilling ass dude. And my persona is not flashy and all that.
Yeah, football field.
But oh my God, when you're on stage, when you turn up, man, you turn up on stage. That's dog.
That's a guy that bled that. That's all. But I feel that
Weapon
like
X.
I think when you say it like that, like it kind of make you think like he definitely was the most passionate bull.
Yeah, him and Ray Lewis. I feel like it's like
Ray Lewis,
two of the most passionate dudes I've ever seen in sports.
Yeah.
All right, so my
you can't cap on that one. That's real.
I got the same order, but y'all know I always got make the nigga that's getting cut. I gotta give him some props. Like
it's the hair for me.
It ain't like his game was crazy. Man.
Why
like,
do chicks say that shit all the
he
time?
used to just be hitting shit. Like
it's the cheeks for me.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
He always caught some freaky interceptions.
Freaky ass interception.
Like Jones that always they were about to hit the ground and he'll catch it with by his elbow or something weird.
I got something for y'all. Because I know where you at, Kev. You gotta give him some props.
Yeah.
But answer this question because this is important to that particular situation that they played with safety. Who hit the hardest out of all three?
Dawkins.
Who hit the second hardest out of all three?
polamalu.
Definitely.
Woo!
Polamalu did.
Woo! You right.
But Ed Reed hit hard too.
Ed Reed wasn't no slouch neither.
Who
But
do you think was feared the most? Out of those
I think
Dawkins.
Who was the second?
By offensive players, Dawkins.
Who's the
Second most, I think.
Probably.
Hit ones? We still talking hit
hold on, wait. Because if we talk about a quarterback,
everything.
I think a quarterback is more scared of Ed Reed.
Yep.
Out of everything.
But if you talking hitting a nigga,
we talking
Polamalu was second.
Polamalu.
Keep it hitting.
He was second. If we talking put
If
the
we
ball
talking
in the
about-
air, don't throw the ball that side,
Yeah.
Ed Reed.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we talking about Ed Reed.
like offenses were scared. Like if Ed Reed catch a pick, he taking that joint to the house more times than not. He was like a fucking Devin Hester of running back interceptions type
They
shit.
haven't played a couple punt returns and everything like that too before.
Now this is how we gotta break this apart because I think I did speak soon, quick, fast on my list, which I stand on it. But also to play devil's advocate, You look at who played, like we talking about Ray Lewis, and we talking about the defense that the Ravens had.
That defense.
So when you look at it from an offensive perspective, as a defense and that player, like who do you fear the most? That had the great defense plus that player.
Right.
Okay.
You got more to think about as an offense.
Right.
I think
Steelers, Ravens, Eagles.
All right. I think the defense as a whole, you might have feared the Eagles' defense as a whole less than those two other defenses. Those are two championship defenses.
I agree.
Now, having said that,
go ahead, keep going, because I like this.
Because it's that Jim Johnson effect.
Now,
Jim
having
Johnson,
said
his
that,
dogs
Ed Reed, I think, probably benefited the most. No, maybe Polamalu. They both benefited more from their front seven than Dawkins did. Dawkins made himself part of the front seven.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? He was part of the front seven. He had his own. He would blitz.
Facts.
Like he had his own blitz
Facts.
that he was in.
That's
he
the
was
Jim
involved
Johnson
on.
effect. That blitzing.
They used his athleticism like to the best of that they could.
He did everything.
Reed was kind of like he just shadowed. Polamalu kind of just flew around too. They both kind of all three of them really just floated around. But they used Dawkins in a certain way, in aggressive form. When they wanted to get pressure, they put him on the edge. Even if he wasn't blitzing, they'd be like, "Yeah, just come up to the front and just sit there." Like
you
you
can
go
imagine
get
how scared them quarterbacks.
What?
Dawkins right there in that slot. Right
They
there.
not scared. Now,
That is my point.
Now, having said that,
he had to do the most out of those.
They see
Out of those other guys.
blitz.
That's my point.
he was definitely more scarier as just him
That's
by
my
himself.
point. So that proves my point that he has to be a starter because he had nothing else really. Jim Johnson had a scheme, a schematic defense. The rest of those other teams, those other two teams, the Steelers and the Ravens, they had players, they had talent.
They had good linebackers.
They had talent. Front seven.
Facts.
And then he just in the back end killing everything back there. They even really had great DBs. They had an old ass.
I was about to say.
You know what I mean?
Think about it like
Right.
Ed Reed literally had Ray Lewis, arguably the best running back,
What's his name?
linebacker
Michael
all
Lewis.
time.
Like we made Michael Lewis when he left the Eagles, he was not even, you know what I'm saying, known. We had Quentin.
Where did he go?
Quentin, what's his other nigga name? Quentin Michael.
He was a backup
Lewis.
for us for a while.
Yeah, like we had them type of guys on.
Now we did have Bobby and Troy.
They was the
on.
shit. Bobby and Troy.
And then we had Lito and
Sheldon Brown.
Damn.
So
we did have good corners.
Good.
But our front seven wasn't as.
I remember used to be Lito. I remember that.
Our front seven wasn't as scary.
That was my guy when I
Our
was in high
front
school.
seven wasn't as scary as the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Baltimore Ravens.
No.
That's my point. Like you mostly had to look like our DBs, and that's why the Jim Johnson effect comes in because Jim Johnson played it perfect.
Right.
He blitzed Dawkins out of that position, and then he'll blitz his linebackers.
Right.
That was a great situation. But for the most part, the best blitzes came from Dawkins because he'll switch him up in different places. And remember, back then we had good slot corners
nickel
too.
corners.
Yeah.
Yo,
I remember, dog.
What was my man named? Al Harris.
Yo, that was my man.
Al Harris. He was the best bump and run corner for a while. And we had him at nickel. We should have kept him.
I know.
He ended up going to the Packers.
Yeah, Green Bay.
And
we got that pick to win that game
in Seattle.
But he's like, we want the
Yo,
ball.
hustle
We want to
that.
score. The fuck you
Yo, what the fuck you
Al
got?
Harris took that joint right to the house.
I'll never forget that.
Yo, that was a great
shout out
game,
to
by the
Al
way.
Harris for
Yeah,
that
he was
one.
the man.
I'm gonna tag him in this joint.
All right,
So send me this video. Send me this clip. Yeah, I'm gonna tag Al Harris in
But
that.
shout out all these,
Yeah, shout out everybody though, man.
Troy Polamalu, the man.
Troy
man.
Polamalu, yeah.
man.
It was a tough list.
Yeah,
It's the hair
yo,
for me. It's the hair for me. He cut
yo.
the hair.
Head and shoulders.
He jealous, man. Like, don't take it like that. Don't look at him.
I'm so sick of these light-skinned niggas with hair. But real talk, man. I love this convo, man.
All right, hold on. So